Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Survival Let's Play series with me, Guy Tries. This is episode 4, and in today's episode, I am going to be tackling something very big, something slightly scary for me, in the sense that it's something that I've never done before, but I'm very excited to do with you guys along with the ride. But first things first, we do need to tackle the big elephant in the room, and that is, guys, we have hit over 400 subscribers as of recording this video. So guys, thank you so much. We have done it. We have hit 400 subscribers, and I'm super happy. Thank you so much for all of your support and all of your messages. I say we because without you, there would be no Guy Tries, there would be no YouTube, there would be no Survival Let's Play. But that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started with today's video. And let's go inside the villager inn. Now, the first thing I have to do in today's episode is to, well, we need to populate this place with some villagers. As you can already hear, there are some villagers around, but they are actually not inside the inn, but underneath. I did say that I was going to make a villager breeder in between episodes, and that is exactly what I've done. I've gone ahead and done that underground, and like all things underground, it all starts with a great big hole. This, not particularly a big hole, but a medium-sized hole, just big enough for a villager breeder. And speaking of, nothing too special, just your standard villager breeder. The only thing that I did change up is what you're seeing now, and that is this little compartment that I just saw from a cubic meter video, and a fantastic Australian redstone. And all this bit does is just separate these villagers into their own separate compartments, making it easier for transportation. And with that done, as I did say in the last episode, if you comment down below of that video, I would make you a guest in this inn. And we have a few comments, and therefore we will have a few guests. So if I look in this barrel here, we have a few name tags, and we're going to collect all of them now, and we're going to bring up some villagers. But how are we going to do that? Well, we've got some rails over here, and we are going to make our way down here. I'm sure you guys may have seen it at the start of the episode, the little movie and clips that I put together. This is a sewage, I guess, a pipe maybe? But yes, this is where we'll keep our villager breeder. Then this is how they exit. This is how we get them out. Hi, Piggy. This is how we get these guys out of the village breeder. So if we go down here, I've textured this place to look as if it's some sort of dirty pipe. Well, I guess water, maybe sewage runs down, but as you can see, we got some rails that lead all the way out and around into the village breeder over there. And we already got one guy waiting for us, waiting to be put inside of the village inn. And we also do have a fair few other people as well. As you can see, does that guy have eyes? Well, we got a few people over there as well, and we also got a few others in there as well. You can't see them right now, the stone is blocking the way, but by the end of today's episode, there's going to be a whole lot more. Now, we've made a little hole, and this is where they're going to come through. Let's put it all the way through here. Let's bring it all the way around. What's the best way? Let's, I guess, bring it out. And, didn't think this through. I think we put that there and that there. Perfect. Down, down, and do you mind if I borrow this? Thank you very much. Cool, and oh, it's that way. Where is my pickaxe? And joined up. We're not going to use the powered rails. I think I can just push it there. We'll do it one at a time, and we'll take our time with it. Get it nice and slow. So, oh, there he goes. Okay. He should stop fairly soon. He's not going to make it up that hill. I take that back. He made it all the way up the hill, and he's going to make it all the way inside. Wow, that was a, I thought that would stop there, but that's okay. That makes it easy for us. I'm going to break him out. Hopefully I don't hit him. There we go. And we are going to name you Melodic. Welcome. Where you going? Well, that's a bit of a problem. Melody, come back! Come back. Oh, he's a fisherman. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay. Come back here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. This was... I mean, what kind of episode would this be if I didn't have any trouble? Okay, let's get him inside. Okay, let me just trap you real quick. Oh, you're not off. Nope, okay. Minecart? Now? Okay. Don't worry about it. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Where you going, buddy? Get in the minecart. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Why? Why? Come on now. Oh, you're gonna go back inside the doorway? Okay, cool. Let me just... Come on in. Come on in. No? Oh. Yes. Please? Please? Okay, thank you. Thank you for complying. I'm gonna close that up for now. And I gotta quickly close this hole right here as well. Where is it? There we go. Can he exit through here? I don't think so. But do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure that he can't. And I'm going to... Can we put a stone there? And then... Perfect, okay. That should do for now. I'm pretty sure he can't escape that. And if he does, well, I guess he deserves to be free. Okay, we got Maledic in there. Thank you, Maledic, for commenting on the video. So glad to have you in the village inn. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and grab the next 2 or the next 3. And we'll bring them inside and name them. So let's go. Do-do-do-do. Okay, so we've got 3 name tags, and the second person that we are going to have in here is going to be Griffdog. Thank you, Griffdog, for your comment on my last video. And the next one being Queen Surge Queen. Thank you so much for sharing my video. And last but not least, we have Monica. And to Monica, I want to say thank you for always supporting me. Not in just this video, but in every other video as well. So thank you so much, Monica. I appreciate that. And also, guys, we do have their rooms as well named. We got Queens. We also had Griffdogs over there. And we have... Oh, I didn't know this one. There we go. We have Maledic's and we have Monica's just over here. So guys, if you do want a spot in this village inn, go ahead and comment in today's video. Just anything, and I'll put you guys in here. But with that out of the way, we'll let these guys, we'll let this one dance. Griffdog, go ahead and dance on that plant. And we'll let these guys have their own little time in here. And we'll get started with today's episode, but we need to cover this. I think we can borrow that for now. And put the carpet there, and they shouldn't be able to get out. I don't think so. And we'll hide that in there. Okay. So with that done, guys, what are we going to do today? What is going to be the thing that I am most afraid of, or something that I haven't done before? Well, that is, we are going to make a massive build. Like I said, a build bigger than this one over here, just beyond that hill over there. In fact, it is connected to that hill. Today, I'm going to try to make a nice big hill with a very, very big structure sitting on top. But of course, I don't have the materials for it. No, no, no. I never do. And we need a lot of stone, a lot of grass, and also a lot of strip wood. Hello there. How you doing, buddy? Spiders are not that scary, are they? We need a lot of stripped wood and a lot of stone. Of course, that is not too hard to get now because there are a lot of farms that we can use. So we're going to go ahead and start today with building a couple of farms just over there. I'm going to build a tree farm first next to the bone meal farm because, well, it'll be easy to set up, and we can also move some bone meal over. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and build this tree farm. This is by IanXO4. Of course, it'll be in the description down below. And yeah, let's go. Welcome back, guys. So I've done some AFKing at the tree farm, and as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of wood. I've AFK'd at this farm for probably around 30 minutes for each wood type, a complete day or two cycle of Minecraft. And because of that, we got a lot of wood and also a lot of saplings, not to mention a lot of sticks. I gotta figure out something to do with those. But yes, this tree farm works an absolute treat. So thank you IanXO4 for this simple and very easy farm design. But now that that's done, we need to carry on with gathering a lot of the other materials. Like I did say at the start of the video, I am going to be building a very big mountain. So I'll need a lot of stone, obviously, and I will also need a lot of andesite. Stone we can get very easily. There are a lot of farms out there, a lot of automatic farms that we can make to get stone, but andesite. Ooh. If I take a look in here, let's see how much we got. Okay, only 2 stacks and 5 blocks, which is clearly not enough, especially for a mountain, a medium-sized mountain. So we're gonna have to get some more. I think I need around 25 stacks, so we gotta go on a little adventure and find some. So let's get on our horse and we'll go this way. There is a pretty cool looking cave that you guys have got to see and that I want to show you. And hopefully we can get some andesite from there and hopefully some coal as well. As I do need a lot of coal because I do plan on smelting a lot of cobblestone. So then we can use it for the mountain build. But that's for later. Now hopefully I am heading in the right direction. It should be this way. Hopefully. I mean, I don't recall traveling this far to get to it last time, but I could be wrong. It could be just over yonder, and I think that's it. Is it this one? No? There it is. There it is. Doesn't that look cool? Just the way it's cut through that massive mountain, it looks pretty cool. I might actually make a build here. What do you guys think? Could actually work something into this mountain, but it's got a massive hole that we can walk through, to which I will do. But first, we're gonna find a place to put this guy. I didn't bring a lead, so nice. We got some coal already. But where to put this horse? Maybe we can put him down there? No, actually, he might get lost and I might never find him again. So instead, let's just let's just dig a hole for him and then we'll put him inside. And then we'll cover him up and make sure he's nice and safe. I don't think he can jump out of that. Not on his own anyway. Yeah, should be okay. Alright, let's pack him up and let's go caving. Ouch. Alright, let's get some light up. Oh, there is light over here. Have I been here before? I have been here before, that's right. How could I forget? Ooh, iron. Nah, we do have a lot of iron already, but this... I do have a spare diamond pickaxe and doesn't have silk touch, so I can grab these without getting the actual block. So we'll grab a few of those. And you know what? Let's grab this actually. Since it's here, let's go ahead and grab some of the iron. Even though we don't need it. We don't need it at all. But what we do need is andesite. And where is some? There is some there, but it's very high. No? Oh, there's an opening over there. So maybe there is some andesite that we can grab through here. Do I remember seeing any andesite whilst I was here last time? I think I do. Oh, yep. Right here. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to gather as much of this as I can. And hopefully it doesn't take too long. But we do need 25 stacks. Did you guys hear that? That was a witch. Hopefully we don't run into him. Hopefully we don't run into any particularly scary mobs. And we can just arm this in peace. But 25 stacks. Not too sure how long that'll take. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And hopefully we can get some coal as well. And if we can, perfect. And then I'll go ahead and collect the rest of the materials for this mountain. Or build this mountain. We'll build it first. And then we'll collect the other materials and then build the actual structure on top. That's right, I am taking this slowly. We are taking this in 2 parts. But we are now moving into the realm where the projects are getting quite big. So finished projects, complete projects will not be seen in the first episode or the episode that you're watching, but perhaps in the following episode. So keep that in mind, guys. Today's build will not have an interior, but the main structure and also the mountain will be built. And whilst we are on this topic, I do want to mention that I am trying to get a video out to you guys every 2 weeks. Some videos might come out sooner, but 2 weeks is the maximum time that I will give myself to make a video for you guys. And hopefully that is alright with everyone. But with that all out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and clear as much of this as I can. 25 stacks, like I said, is what we need, so I'll be back. And hopefully by the time you do see me again, I'll have all the stacks that I need and be one step closer to making this mountain. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Welcome back, guys. Yes, it's been quite a while, about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours since the last clip, and I've collected quite a lot of materials. Finally, we've gone back for stone. That's right, we got stone now. At the start, I did mention that I was going to look for a lot of coal so we could smelt the cobblestone into stone, but I figured this seems to be a bit smarter and also less time consuming, though we still will need coal for later on because we will need a lot of smooth sandstone. But for now, let's just tackle one thing at a time. And yeah, we got a bunch of stone, about 45 stacks worth. And now we need to get some moss. But before we do that, I gotta drop off all these things because my inventory is quite full. And I guess at the same time, I can also show you what I have mined up. Bam! As you can see, got a whole bunch of andesite and a whole bunch of stone, not just in the chest, but also in my inventory. Speaking of chests, we need to go get another one over here. And we'll just put it on top of these chests over. Whoa. Okay. My bad. Put it down here and put all the stone inside. Perfect. And let's put this guy back inside. Oh yeah, he's a big jumper. And whoa. Sorry, buddy. You just need to make my way out. Okay. So the sun is setting. And after it sets, we'll go ahead and grab some moss. And by grab moss, I literally mean grab moss. Hi guys. I am currently sitting in the bone meal farm, collecting these moss blocks, doing so by completely filling my inventory. Oh, it is completely filled. By completely filling my inventory with moss blocks. That way it's the only thing that I pick up. And as you can see, we are already done. This is my second trip doing this. It's quite efficient, more efficient than the first method I had tried. And I'm sure you guys have tried it as well. It's where you grab a moss block and then you bone meal it and all its surrounding blocks will also turn into moss, and then you just gotta hit it with an enchanted hoe. And that's what I did for the first couple of layers, but it wasn't as efficient like I said, so I thought I'd just sit inside of this bone meal farm and just wait for the moss to come to me. But now we have the moss, we have the stone, and we also have the andesite, which means that we can start building the first part of this mega build. That's right, I did say mega now. I've changed my mind. I did call it medium before, but it is in fact quite a big build. So let's get started, but before I do, I want to say thank you to everyone who's made it this far in the video. Thank you very much for your support. Alright, let's get started. And we're back. There is my mountain, the structure that will hold the structure. What do you guys think? I think it looks alright. I think it looks decent for the first time that I've terraformed something this big. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think about my attempt. I think if I was to do it again, I would probably add a little bit more gradient, a little bit more texture in the actual stone part of this build. Just because, you know, it's andesite and stone mixed together, just placed randomly. So next time, if I were to do something like this, maybe a bit more gradient towards the bottom, making it a little bit darker in certain areas, and then as it goes up, a little bit lighter, because that's where the sun and all the light will hit. But overall, not a bad attempt, I think. Not a bad attempt indeed. But yeah, so when I was making this mountain, I really wanted to try to get a slope that would kind of wrap around the mountain and take you up to the top and then into the entrance of the structure. I think I kind of achieved that. It's a bit wonky, but all in all, not a bad effort. But let's go ahead and go to the top and let's see what I've done. Nothing too special, as you can see, a bit wonky, like I said, and just a mix of grass blocks and moss blocks along the way, and just dotted around with some grass as well. But here we are at the very top. It's super flat. It is very flat. Probably should do something about this. Hello there. But yeah, this is it. Nothing too crazy. Now that we're done with this, we can go ahead and move on to making the actual building. But actually first, I gotta grab a whole bunch of sandstone because I did forget to grab that the first time around. So we're gonna take a little bit of a detour, but it shouldn't be too long for you guys. Maybe for me, probably an hour or so. That's okay, that's my fault. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Grab those materials that we need, and then we'll have a little chat about what kind of blocks I'm using for today's build. But of course, you don't have to see all that. In fact, I want to switch the scene in 3, 2, 1. That was pretty cool. Now, I have finished collecting everything and bringing everything up here. As you can see, we've got 4.5 chests full of items that we'll be using for this build. And we could start building, but before I do want to show you guys the things that I'll be using to build it with. For example, this first chest here is a lot of bone blocks and a lot of scaffolding. Bone blocks is going to be the main building block for today's build. And as you can also see, a whole bunch of scaffolding as well for windows. And if we look down here, we got a whole bunch of deep slate and also some greenery as well, along with some mud bricks and also some brown mushroom blocks. This will be mainly used for the roof. So put that together with the bone blocks and also the wood types that we have over here, the oak, the spruce, the jungle, and also the birch and the dark oak. I'm sure you guys are thinking, what kind of build is he making today? What kind of color palette is it going to be? That's a great question. And well, it's going to be a very cool build. I did, for today's build, want to make it look like it was weathered. I was inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest. And if I can find it again, I'll put it up on the screen right now. But yes, I was inspired by this picture, and I really wanted to make it look like it was degrading, like the weather had got to, because we are on top of a hill and a lot of humidity gets to this building because it is very up high, and of course it will catch a lot of the sun and a lot more of the wind and rain. So yes, today's build is going to be something that's going to be kind of white, but also a little bit, I guess, stained as well. You'll see. You'll see once I start building, and when it's all done, we'll have a closer look. But yes, it is time to start building. Enough talking. I'm going to get cracking, and then I'll get back to you guys, and we'll have another look at this building, and then we'll call it a day. All right. Thanks for sticking around. Let's go. Welcome back, guys. I hope that you are enjoying the replay mod. I just brought you back very quickly to talk about the build so far and also to give you a sneak peek up close before we finish with the replay mod. But yes, as you can see, this is quite a big build. In fact, let's go ahead and check the scale of this thing. If we stand just under it, you can see that it is a very, very tall building. In fact, this is probably the tallest building that I've built so far, not including the mountain below it. But if I go ahead and stand to the side here, you can also see that I've tried to pack in as much detail as I can in terms of the texture and the shading, the gradient of this building. Like I said, the bone blocks were the original color, and since it's been up on this mountain for such a long time, the weather has slowly got to it. So we got some different shades of that bone block, that white that's turned into kind of yellow, into kind of grayish, into brown, into dark brown. And also we got some moss scattered around along with some mossy cobblestone just to show the full cycle of decay, which I think is a nice little detail for a big building like this, especially because it is so flat, as you can probably tell. But a building like this doesn't really take effect until you stand further away from it. However, if you are super up close like I am right now, it's going to look a little bit janky, but that's okay because I did make this building so that we'll be looking at it from afar. It's not a building that I'll be visiting quite a lot, but only sometimes, so I guess you could say this is more for show than it is for practical reasons, although I still will be using it, okay? But anyway, there is a lot of detail packed into this, as you can see, with all the different blocks and the different textures. this current face took me an hour and a half to make. And like any building, it's got to have 4 walls. So I got to do this 3 more times. And if you do the math, it's going to take me a very long time. So I better get cracking, which means we're going to jump right into another time lapse where we'll finish this. And then I'll come back to you guys and we'll have another look at this complete entire build. All right, let's get it. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. I'm currently on the run from the skeletons, from the zombies, because it decided to start raining, and I'm pretty sure I just slept, but that's okay. Let me quickly show you around before we get killed. Hopefully we don't die. I haven't died yet. Actually, I died once, falling to my death whilst building. That is my bad, but of course, what kind of episode would it be if I didn't die at least once? But look at that view, guys. Let me just press F1. Doesn't that look nice? That's alright. I did add some more spruce trees around because that is exactly what we have on that side as well. So just carrying it forward from here. But doesn't that look pretty cool? I would have to agree. Not biased at all, but my god. Of course, this build is not finished. Not even close to finish like any of my builds. There's so many things that you can add to it. Just so many more details and so many more decoration ideas. And obviously, we haven't done the interior for this thing yet. So that'll be in the next episode. For now, this is all we're going to do. Hello there. For now, this is all we're going to do. Just the big mountain and the big building on top. And speaking of... Whoa. That's very loud. Speaking of the building, if you guys haven't already noticed, this is a library. This is where we're going to have all of our librarians. And this is where we're going to keep all of our enchanted books. It's just a really old rundown library. But like anything that is old and rundown, it still works. And it's still going to be put in use. Hey guys. Still going to be put in use, and we are definitely going to visit it every now and then, but like I did say before, it's something that is more for display than it is for practical reasons, because I don't plan on getting a lot of enchanted books all the time. So there's 3 of them now. Okay, that's 4. So yeah, it's just something that we can see from down there from our starter base. Something that's going to look really cool. What do you guys think? If you guys like today's build, let me know in the comments down below and what you like about it. But for now, let's get closer and let's try not to die whilst doing that. Alright guys, so we made it to the top and not much has changed. We kept the same color palette, the same blocks around the whole way, keeping the gradients using the same blocks. We got, of course, the bone mill, the bone blocks, which act as the base color, and then everything else is just a different shade of the bone block, just representing that this build is now degrading and slowly weathering over time. We have this giant door, which is not very practical. It doesn't work. We've got one on this side and one on the other side. But yes, this is the back side. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. Doesn't have the book sign as we do at the front, because this is the back side, and well, we won't be looking at this build from the back very often. Let's quickly get out of here before these guys kill us. And again, this side is very much the same as the other side. Just 4 sides that kind of look the same, just different type of texturing and gradient. But yes, this is the entire build, guys, and this is what I've been spending the whole week and a half building. And I'm so happy that it's finally done. Thank the Lord. Oh yes, let's go inside. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing inside. Like I've said, guys, this is purely just a build for today, just the big structure to get the foundation done, and then in the next week's episode we will we'll start building. I'm not too sure what I'll do here yet. I'm not too sure of the foundation. We've got quite a lot of space to work with, which is great, and also a bad thing because it's going to be very hard to come up with some ideas. But if you guys got some ideas for what I can put in this build and how to build it, actually, just how to make it look, please let me know in the comments down below. Any advice, any comment, any message, any idea would be very much appreciated, guys. Whoa, thunder is really crackling. But that's where I'm going to leave it today, guys. It's all done. We are now finished today's build, and I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. But yes, thanks guys for today, and thank you for staying to the very end of the video. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and to all the new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing, and welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. So, until the next episode, bye!